Hello, Miss Night Terror here. Halloween will soon be here, my favourite time of the year. I have a few stories for you tonight. Halloween urban legends. So please sit back and relax. And I hope you enjoy every minute of it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye! This urban legend is about a young woman who goes through a trunk of old costumes in her grandmother's attic. She selects a costume with a wig, dresses and goes to a Halloween party. But after a short while, her head begins to feel crawly. Suddenly, another partygoer points at the woman's head and screams. Apparently, the wig was infested with spiders, and the little eight-leggers were now crawling all over the woman's head.
The rosy pocket full of posy ashes, ashes we all fall.
Be careful about poking that hanging dummy in front of the house down the street. It may just be real. In this urban legend, a suicide victim is mistaken for just another Halloween decoration until someone gets close enough to discover the awful truth. Have you ever wondered why there is no 13th floor in most buildings? The urban legend comes from an old haunted house somewhere in Pennsylvania. People were invited to the house on Halloween, and they were asked to sign waivers to protect the owners from anything that might happen to them. The guests would then try to get to the 13th floor through a bunch of long hallways and staircases. Each floor would try to scare the guests more and more from reaching the next floor up. Those who left in fear of reaching the 13th floor were lucky, because anyone who had ever reached the 13th floor has never come out of the house to tell their story. The story goes as an elderly woman receives a phone call on a dark, stormy night. She hears a moaning on the other end and a voice that sounds like her recently deceased husband. The calls torment her all night. The next day she asks her driver to take her past the cemetery where her husband was laid to rest. They discovered that during the storm a phone line had fallen down and was lying on her dead husband's grave. Were the phone calls she had received the night before made from beyond the grave by her dead husband? Another variation of this has the woman dying from shock in her bed after answering the phone call. Then when she is being taken to the cemetery, it is discovered that the phone line is lying on her husband's grave.